I know that these humans are the real animals. I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow their house down.
I remember I was living on a reservation, and I was getting ready to sell my Malibu. It was a 2008 Chevy Malibu. I brought with me from Jersey. Ran real good, better than Malibus over here. You know, we had that strong, what you call it, chassis and suspension because of potholes, and I sold it for $9,000. I could have went for much less than that, but because it was such good shape and they couldn't believe how it rode, they were like, "Hey, you ever had a problem?" I was like, "What?" So I sold it around like 2017, 18. Anyway, I was driving around. And I started noticing all these bright ass light, like in my truck. I'm gonna change those out. Those LEDs blind you. And I was saying, "What's going on?" And they were like, "Yeah, but they're trying to make it a law." And I was like, "What?" Around 2000, I forget when it was. And when you go from Capitol or through Red Lake and you go over to Tuba City, and if you're heading to Flagstaff, you can get in the sandstorms where you got to pull over. It's like being in Iraq or Dubai. You cannot see outside your window. I mean, a sandstorm, even with high beams, red, you can't. You have to park. You have to stop. We used to sometimes be right in the middle of the road. Every car and a single file going both ways, stop. Them LEDs wouldn't even peer through it. Anyway, we were sitting there driving at night coming home, and them lights be so bright, and you be having headaches. I was like, "Yo, hey, this is not cool, man." Then my body changed, and I adapted, so I just like, but a lot of people start having problems. Kids, looking at, getting glass. I was like, wait, something ain't right. But I want you to check this out. And then I am tired of this fake 12, 13% black people in America. That is such a goddamn lie. We are still, how do you take nearly 100 million people? Now, I mean, the UWAP in the last 4 years, a lot of people have gone, but we still popping out babies. I was just looking at it. How do you take almost 100 million people out of 300 something million and make them 13% of the population? It doesn't matter. They want to claim white and Latino and all. Don't claim Latino. That's stupid. If y'all know what Latino, if you know what the term actually means, it don't even mean of this land, nor indigenous or anything. Especially if you say I'm Spanish. That's I'll write you off right off the back. But anyway, and come to find out, well, anyway, look at the crime rate, right? The narrative of crime rate. Okay? This is pretty crazy. And then I have one more tree for you, so I kind of put all these together here. This is some funny stuff, y'all. All right? I'll get up here and make my blueberry juice, blah, blah, blah. And, damn goat milk, y'all. Shoo, child. But anyway, check it out and leave it in the comment section. And yeah.
So today we're going to talk about the administration's ban on incandescent bulbs and halogen bulbs starting August 1st, 2023. I think this is really important, right? We've had these bulbs since the dawn of time, basically since the 1900s. They're very soothing, they're very relaxing. If you like to read a book, you just turn on a lamp with the incandescent and you can read that book just fine. But these LED bulbs, on the other hand, in which they want to have in every home, can actually cause anxiety and restlessness. They can mess with your melatonin levels inside your brain. They're actually linked to blindness, which is crazy when you get into the studies. They also flicker like crazy, and they also emit microwave radiation. That's what they want to bring into our home. LED bulbs that are emitting microwave radiation. On top of that, when you get really weird, you get into the smart bulbs. The smart bulbs can actually sync up to your phone, sync up to your Alexa, sync up to your stove, to your fridge, to all your devices in which they can use to monitor you. It gets real weird with these bulbs, that's for sure. And there's actually a little hidden clause in which when you buy these new LED smart bulbs that you agree to give all your information to Google, to Microsoft, and all the other corporations as soon as you buy the bulb and install it into your home. So it's important to be aware of this on all these different topics related to LEDs and why you should stock up on incandescents and halogens before August 1st, 2020.
Are white men. The lead robbers in America are white men. The largest amount of rapists are white men. The highest number of domestic abusers is white men. The highest number of arrested pedophiles is white men. The greatest number of drug dealers arrested is white men. But if you ask the average American who are the proponents of crime, is a black face to it. They're now trying to create this narrative that the immigrants are bringing in the crime because they never want to own up to what it is that they have done. Part of our responsibility is to pull the sheets off. We had a shooting here in Georgia not long ago. A young man named Colt, 14 years old, went and shot up his high school. His father's now being charged. Can you imagine what conversation me and you would be having if Colt was black and Colt's black father gave him a gun? The television, the internet would explode on the irresponsibility of black fathers, on why it is that young black men have guns and are carrying guns. It has always shifted to make black men feel hyper-aggressive, hypersexual, and hyper-criminalized. It's part of a larger, historic, original sin of America that always criminalizes and points their fingers at black men when it's absolutely not true.
Talking about 5G, me, 1980, 87, I think it was, a naval air station, military. What do you think about this?
All the way out to about here. All the way out to about here. Probably 2 meters almost. But if I place this water barrier here, and then try to drop the tube, it goes out in about 1 meter. So this doesn't absorb all of the energy, but the water does absorb even the low frequencies significantly. And if we had the higher frequencies, this would be a complete protection. What's nice about that is that if you were potentially facing a microwave attack, if you just had a couple of water bottles and a towel, you could hold it in front of your face and you'd probably protect yourself from a weaponized microwave system. And if you're thinking, well, that'll protect my face, but not the rest of me, just get a beach towel, flood it with water, hold it up in front, and you could dance away. And
you know, after looking at them, you got to have something to say. I mean, come on. Come on.